Good evening, this is the Change Action Network News and I'm Brendan O'Donovan.
Good evening, I'm Emily Strachan. Welcome to the Change Action News.
Your top news network for sports,
weather,
knitting and also weather.
And general news.
There is some news. First, before we get into our main feature story, we've got a quick travel update from Laura.
Laura?
So, for today's travel update, Change Action team travelled from Vancouver to Vancouver Island. After a traumatic delay due to our ferry being impounded, likely to be a result of smugglers, yet to be confirmed, but probably smugglers, Change Action team were greeted with a glorious day of sunshine, the sea was calm, Emily wasn't seasick, and everybody got to experience the famous ferry burgers. So we arrived in Vancouver Island, safe and sound and ready for our next adventure.
Thank you, Laura, for that insightful travel update.
Thank you, Emily. So what's next on this exciting edition of Candlelight Cabin News?
How about we cross over to our foreign correspondent?
Marcello?
Siamo a Vancouver e stiamo intervistando un homeless che dorme in mezzo alla via. Buonasera.
Bene.
I didn't ask come sta. I say good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Come sta? How are you?
Bene.
What are you doing? Sleeping, I know.
Oh, man. Is this news or is it?
No, don't worry. We are only you and me.
Oh, no.
Say hello to everyone is looking at us.
Hello, people, and it's not like how it sounds.
What's your name? What's your name? Just the last question.
Sanju from Air Miles.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Not a pleasure.
Vancouver non è una città pericolosa, è una città un po' piovosa, ma in fin dei conti è una bellissima città. Now I have to go to washroom, so da Vancouver per le Candle News, Marcello Perusa.
Thank you, Marcello. And now on to our special reports, feature-length reports on sustainable development in the Claucourt Sound region. Today, the Change Action team was taken on a tour of a number of development sites. What was your favourite, Emily?
I believe my favourite was the zipline and eco-tourism initiative that the people are setting up.
It was very impressive.
It was.
But I think the best way to explain it is to let Eli Enns explain it in his own words.
Brilliant.
Sure. Pleased to be able to welcome you to the Claucourt traditional territory on this beautiful day. Since the 1950s, this watershed has been highly impacted by industrial scale logging. And so the goal of the Tribal Parks Initiative in this watershed is to restore this watershed to its former abundance through renaturalizing and also restoring salmon habitat here, and also to find abundance in new ways. So one of the ways that we're looking to find abundance in this watershed now is through renewable energy. So we're going to be stopping at the Canoe Creek run-of-the-river micro hydroelectricity project. And we're also going to be stopping at a very exciting project, the zip line, which we just opened this year. So the zip line was a very important initiative for us because it's demonstrating the creation of livelihoods in other ways that's not forestry. So you can go in, you can cut down those trees and create jobs for a few months, or you can build a zip line and be creative and create jobs in perpetuity for as long as there's tourism on the West Coast. And so that's when the term tribal park came into our vocabulary. And at the time it was an expression of value, of a value that saw more in a landscape than just a tree farm. And so the elders at the time in the early 1980s wanted to say to the province and to the logging companies that this is not just a tree farm, this is also our garden.
Thank you, Eli, that was truly inspiring.
Now for the weather with Joe. Anne.
Hello, I'm Joe. And I'm Anne. And we're here to tell you about the weather. Now, contrary to yesterday, today was a balmy 17. So the people on the ferry were outside sunning their faces. And the weather was perfect for the photographers to take their pictures, because in the Change Action team there are numerous professional and semi-professional photographers. And I must say that today the full moon came in quite early. That's all, folks.
Thank you, Joanne. And now over to the sport with Sanju.
Alright, thank you guys. This is the sports news, the best of the whole cat team, I believe. Highlights is knitting by Emily.
This is Canadian Adventure Sports. Keeping it real.
and the walk on water, which is the leap of faith. We had a great competition. Of the 9, there were 3 winners. First being Will from Australia. Second, I believe, was Brendan from London office. And third was me. Enjoy the video.
Okay, thanks guys, and now time for the missing persons report. Have you seen this man Majid, a member of the Change Action team? He's been missing for the past 3 days and there's been an apparent sighting in the township of Tofino.
This news presentation is brought to you by Candlelight.